segregated.
That's not true.
That's super true. The Brits are only with the Brits.
Dubai is literally now the most culture diverse.
No, you're talking generically who lives here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about groups of people you see out. The Russians are with the Russians. The Brits are with the Brits. The Lebanese are with the Lebanese. The locals are with the locals. How can you compare? Like some dude from California goes, Dubai is 1% GDP of Cali. I'm like, brother, you got $300 trillion in debt. Don't start talking about GDPs and shit. And it's just when he...
In America, I feel like if I go there with my wife, I'm probably going to get in a fight every other night.
Yeah.
Because,
I agree.
And you would never see that in Dubai.
Are you married?
Divorced. Oh. But you don't even know how to use those billions to be romantic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
A guy who makes 30,000 dirhams a month, 15,000 dirhams a month, will know how to trigger more emotion with more romantic application of that little coin he has. And you just go buy a fucking Birkin and hope.
Okay, baby, let's go. I got a 5-star setup for us. We're going to go in a private jet or we're going to go first class. We're going to go here. We're going to go Maldives. And then you see that girl, 16 post. Who are you there with?
Now, she might be with the fucking richest guy in the world with a Bugatti parked outside. You came in a fucking Uber and you're the one she's thinking of when she's in that fucking car. She's taking selfies, but she's thinking about you. These are the Ukrainian girls or the rich Lebanese guys, so maybe you're even wrong.
Welcome to Checked. Today, I have with me Bardia. I already saw him before in one of the episodes, and Tony. I'm going to say something. They're the most fiery guests I ever had on Checked. People with more than 10 years experience in the UAE. But today, I tricked them. We're not going to talk, we will talk about business, but first, we're going to talk a little bit about relationships, dating scene in Dubai, and all that. It's a bit of a
spin-off what I posted yesterday.
Yeah.
Spin-off of that. All right, cool. Let's get it.
You nailed it. Like yesterday, because of the reel you posted, I was like, yeah, if today's podcast should be about relationships. And what you said it makes a lot of sense. You said that, you cannot live forever alone. You need someone.
Human nature.
Yeah, you need someone to be with. And you said also, Bardia, that people in Dubai, specifically women, they're complaining about men. And I see that men also are complaining about women.
100%.
Also men, they're saying, oh, why I cannot find a woman here in the UAE?
But I'm gonna be honest though.
Yeah.
I almost feel that men complain slightly more.
Really?
I think
I
so.
feel it's the other way around.
It is the other way around in one aspect. But on the other aspect, men are complaining more because, like I said, like statistics show, I think it's 69 or 70% of Dubai are men.
Yeah.
So men don't have the stock on the market to search for someone like women do. So men can sometimes complain a little bit about that as well. And on top of that, all the qualities that women look in men is not really aligned with reality. They're looking for that top 10% of men, but they're not even, them themselves sometimes, or more times than not, they're not even qualified for the bottom 10. Like, what do you do? What kind of value are you gonna add to a guy's life?
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? Like, let's just be realistic here. Stop being delusional. Like, this is the case.
So you don't think that because in Dubai there is only the top 10%, there is no middle, and you go directly to the...
There's always a middle. Everywhere you go.
Come on.
It's impossible not to have middle.
What do you're doing business setups, right?
Of course.
And I'm in real estate.
Yeah.
We're around regular people daily.
Yeah.
He's probably around more up there people because they want to set up businesses. I'm around sales centers all day. These are agents. We got 4,200 real estate agencies in Dubai. Many of them make a good living, but they're not millionaires, billionaires living, right? That's 10% of Dubai in terms of real estate. Not even that, 5% make those. Like, there's a lot of regular guys earning 30 to 80 grand a month, which is a good, comfortable life. But
by any standard.
By any standard, but for guys, but for girls, that's not enough.
But you said in your reel, I know it's a little bit about your reel. You said it's sad. The dating scene, it's sad.
It is.
Do you agree with that?
But from his reference point is it's sad because of the delusion and the complaining. Let's actually look at the reality, right?
That's true.
Everything comes down to perspective. People always say seeing is believing. I always say it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Believing is seeing.
Yeah.
What you're looking for is what you're going to find. Yeah. If you're going to look at this and say you don't want black, you're going to bitch about that black forever.
Yeah.
If you want pink, nothing that horse does is going to make you happy. And that's literally the same shit it's talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you actually look at something from a place of appreciation, you will find the good shit you're looking for.
Yeah.
100%.
But then when you go and say, you know what, actually, I'm going to look for what's missing. Yeah. And the reality is, there's actually almost nothing missing. We live in the safest, most culturally diverse, fastest growing, most respectful, conservative, no bullshit, no 500 genders fucking society in the world, right? And people still find something to complain about.
But I have
no
to,
taxes.
But I have to say this as well. If we're talking about relationships, like women is one side of the coin.
Of course.
A lot of the main problem to all of this is men.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I was waiting for
How do you
someone
mean
to
main
say
problem?
that.
Like I think, because at the end of the day, if men, I'm not gonna say all guys, but if men in general didn't act in a certain way,
Yes.
women would not get away with certain things. Their standards and criterias wouldn't be as
You know
high,
what? It's
right.
I absolutely fucking
You
agree.
see what I'm saying? If
I agree with that.
If you got a guy that's got zero game,
Yeah.
all he has is a pocket.
He's gonna
and his
dump all-
and his mentality is,
Amen.
I'm going to purchase everything in life around me.
Yes.
In terms of, okay, baby, let's go. I got a 5-star setup for us. We're gonna go in a private jet, or we're gonna go first class. We're gonna
Yeah.
go here. We're gonna go Maldives, and then you see that girl 16 post. Who are you there with? You see who are you there with? I just see food, nice pictures, and a banging villa that you don't need yourself because the villa's 4,000 square feet. Who you there with? If you like men like that, which is a big chunk of men in Dubai, got zero game,
Yeah.
zero
personality.
Yeah,
No sense of humor.
of course, girls gonna be like, if I can get that easily based on my beauty and my looks, why
becomes
not
a new
strive
status
for it?
quo
Why
for
not
them.
strive for it?
Also,
Absolutely.
it's promoted like people or ladies. They will tell people outside of Dubai that look, there's this type of men here, and more of this type of women. They come here. So these guys, they're like letting those women promote this culture here. So we're attracting the wrong type.
You know, to a large
Yeah.
degree, I couldn't agree more. And I always tell people, guys, my guys, whether the ones that have money, don't have money, I'm like, the way you lead with a girl is how the girl's gonna follow through.
Exactly.
Even if you have a lot of money. I always tell guys, you could be a billionaire, but you don't even know how to use those billions to be romantic,
Yeah.
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
A guy who makes 30,000 dirhams a month, fuck 30,000, 15,000 dirhams a month, will know how to trigger more emotion with more romantic application of that little coin he has. And you just go buy a fucking Birkin and hope, that's what it is.
Let me take you to my essence of Sweden. I've seen guys, well, summer after summer, I see guys that I know for a fact what kind of job he has,
Yeah.
what his income is,
Yeah.
and he's got a 10.
Yeah.
Because he's got personality,
Yep.
he's funny, he can dress. She likes to be around him. And more times than not, in Sweden, the girls that are around the guys, like you said, zero personality. They're there
They
for a
find
purpose
another
of
guy
money.
on the-
They got a little side thing. Of course.
Yeah.
I'm just this
For
how
sure,
it is.
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
So if
Of
you
course.
ain't got game, like
All right.
so that reel and everything we're discussing, we can't just put blame on women.
No, it's
We have to look at both sides of the coins. Both
For sure.
are equally.
I would say
sure.
maybe 60-70% we blame the men. Also, there is this culture of like everything is free for women.
Which it
Access-
is though.
It's society we live in. So whether we like it or not, any woman who comes around and tries to tell me that there's no impartial imbalance, she's lying to her fucking self.
Yeah, I mean here it's kind of the women have more
Bro,
more access.
it's very simple, right? Forget about even the economical relationship side. Simple social experiment. Go downtown Dubai, let your girl yell at you, right? Versus you yelling at her. And look how everyone reacts to the two of you. There's nothing wrong. Nobody knows what the story is. Just yell at your girl and act like you want to actually be aggressive towards her. Meanwhile, she can yell at you and hit you, throw a phone at you, throw a bag at you, and look at difference in reaction.
What do people gonna laugh at the situation?
Yeah. But it's okay.
But then you just
we're
raise
men.
your voice and you're fucking King Kong. You want to eat her. So at the end of the day, it's just it's a social imbalance. And again, I don't even like to call these things imbalances because it's human nature.
Yeah.
This is where we live. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
When I breathe in, my lungs fill up. When I breathe out, it deflates. It's very simple. It's as simple as ABC. And this is the same society that we just have to make the most out of. And the reality is, right, the same girls, as you said as well, this is where I'm going to flip the switch back on girls.
Okay.
Again.
If it's a valid statement, let's do it.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm sure you probably might, maybe you would agree, but the same girls who are, as you say, coming out here with that mentality, based on what they've heard, they've seen, or they've even experienced, the same girls experience a regular guy right? Who has the capacity, right after her sugar daddy, or I don't call him sugar daddy, that idiot without a fucking personality, game,
No
has
swag.
splurged, no
Yeah,
swag, has
yeah.
splurged all
Yeah,
this
yeah,
money at
yeah,
her.
yeah.
She experiences a regular guy who can actually trigger her emotionally, mentally, psychologically, whatever it is, creatively, sexually,
Yeah.
and she's normal again. She's going to McDonald's now at 2 a.m.
You think
after the
like
club.
you think like, because I believe hypergamy, it's a disease. Like if a woman experience like jets and like like
At the end of the day, right? All that we are, right?
it's
all
very
that we
hard
want,
to come back. It's like taking a sip
I
from the
agree.
devil's
I
cup.
agree to a certain extent.
It's difficult to come back. I agree.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, well, okay, all these things are one thing, right? Attraction is down to one thing: triggering emotion. That's it.
Yeah.
Novelty.
Yeah.
And triggering emotion.
Chemistry. I would say
That's it.
chemistry is
Chemistry,
number one.
Right? So chemistry is the emotional whatever structure, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody does actually know how to trigger all those emotions, you're going to trigger attraction, period. Now, she might be with the fucking richest guy in the world, with a Bugatti parked outside. You came in a fucking Uber, and you're the one she's thinking of when she's in that fucking car. She's taking selfies, but she's thinking about you in your fucking hala taxi
Listen, I have
going
the-
home.
Listen, when it comes to all of this stuff, I had the best trick in the book. I don't even drive. I Uber everywhere.
There you go.
I usually say this the first thing I say.
Bro, you're like me.
Listen, I just want to filter out nonsense.
Yeah. So you know.
I say what do you drive? And then she's like, oh, I'm driving a BMW X3 or whatever. I'm just waiting for her to ask me, what do you drive? I Uber everywhere.
But you know what?
And then I justify it with the actual justification. I used to have a Camaro. Last time I was in Dubai from 2013, I rented a Hyundai for 9 months.
Yeah.
Then I bought a Cayenne GTS that cost me an arm and a leg because they had played with the, I don't know nothing about cars. I bought it in Ras Al Khor, right?
Yeah.
It cost me an arm and a leg. Sold it off for 3 months and got a Camaro. The speeding tickets, all of that stuff. Like my Uber bills are $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for me.
Yeah.
If you look at the devaluation of a car, and I'm not going to drive any car. I want to jump into a car that I'm comfortable with jumping into. So it's going to be a car north of 300K.
It's a Porsche car.
Man, Porsche is me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I Uber everywhere. I've been here
Cool,
for 3.5 years now again. I Uber everywhere and I work in the back seat.
Yeah.
No headache with
Productivity.
traffic. No headache with traffic. None of this back pain from sitting all day driving.
Yeah.
The camera flashes you if you just look this way. The camera knows you're doing. You're
Yeah,
on your phone.
600
That's 800
yeah.
dirham or
Yeah,
whatever it is,
100%.
1,200 dirham. So, and I say this to girls. I tell them straight. I Uber everywhere.
But you know what's very funny?
Then I know.
I can't actually imagine that you would ever have any problem telling the girl, I Uber everywhere, if you have the personality and the sense of humor.
No. That's a fact. Listen.
Even the girl who's looking to be a gold digger,
This is
she'll
what
still be there.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is factual, okay? If I didn't have my personality, if I didn't make fun out of myself for you to laugh, which is a very, very, it's a not very a common trait.
Yeah.
Ready to make yourself look like an idiot.
there's a level of
for other
security.
people.
You gotta
Level of
have-
security.
Yeah.
If
Some
I
level-
didn't
it's
have
secure.
if I didn't have my own charisma, I would probably be the guy that would probably had my Porsche
Of
or
course.
whatever by now.
No
because
matter what state it
that
is.
would
You would
kinda
compensate.
You see what I'm saying? But I can afford it because it doesn't matter. Wherever I go, I got 10 eyes on me at all times. It doesn't matter though. And this is factual.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
factual. Getting
It's all
women
about
is
charisma.
not hard.
Yeah.
Because I mind my own business and everyone sees he's not looking at me.
The
I don't
energy,
care about
the
girls.
energy don't lie.
Exactly.
Nobody sees your Bugatti in the fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how many fucking towers and boats you own until you open your fucking mouth. And if it's too loud, they wouldn't fucking hear you anyway.
But
so your
look-
personality and your energy shines through first.
It's all about
But bro,
personality.
there's another question to Bardia. Bardia, you've been to the US. I'm sure you've been to Miami.
Yeah, I've lived
Is
in
it-
Orlando, so I was in Miami every single weekend.
Cool. So-
Story, dream, and live on a Sunday. Yeah.
Do you think that the same behaviors or
100%
character-
I know where you're going.
like
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
think women wise, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it
It's
replicating
changed.
here?
It's changed. I was in Miami last time, August last year. All right, I was there August last year. I didn't go out clubbing, none of that stuff. But you know, as you grow older, you can people watch and you kind of see what's
Yeah.
happening, what's going on. Girls that travel like Miami, when you go out, it doesn't matter if you're in South Beach, Brickell, wherever you are. It's 80% tourists. It's kind of like Dubai, unless
Yeah.
you look at DIFC. It's
Yeah.
not that much tourism. It's more people that live here.
Yeah.
Let's say West Palm Beach, 80% are tourists, right?
Of course.
People go there to have a good time for a week or two or over a weekend and go home. When they get there, they get a little bit like
Yeah.
noses up the air, etc. But for me, since I come with a hint of a British accent, I can't answer that question because I automatically stand out. I got jeans that are a little bit tighter.
Yeah,
The dress
different.
code is a little bit more European.
But
It's not as American.
my question,
I can't- you see what I'm saying? Like,
but my question is the same behaviors vis-a-vis women are being done
Same.
are also here? Like
Same.
they're
Think about-
acting the
but-
same
but
way?
think-
But it's
think-
human nature everywhere in the
But
world.
think about it. Anywhere there's money,
It's human nature.
Anywhere
Yeah.
there's money, there's certain traits of characteristics that come with it.
For sure. From guys and from girls.
Monaco, never been to Monaco, but I know friends that said it's the same thing. Monaco, Saint-Tropez, Miami's one of those, Dubai's one of those,
London
Marbella,
is- London is one of those.
London as well. I've never been to Marbella. I don't want to go Marbella because all of Sweden goes there. But I can just see from people's stories exactly what type of crowd it is, exactly how people behave. It's a miniature Dubai.
Cool.
And a miniature Miami. But it's only 2 streets, 6 clubs, and 3 restaurants, right? Marbella is the...
It's small, yeah.
I can see from stories. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I know if I was been there, I can see what it is.
Hey, by the way, let's talk about another reel. This reel is going viral. It's Bardia. He always make problems.
You're mad on real.
He always make problems.
I don't make problems. What do I do?
Dude, this reel.
The
bro.
America versus Dubai.
Yeah,
war.
I'm
But
so.
listen. Let me clarify. What, like, you found out during that podcast.
Yeah.
We didn't know each other.
Yeah.
You found out during the podcast that I've actually lived and I've visited
Yeah.
America a lot of times.
Yeah.
So that was a question out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You said, by the way, life in the USA or life in the
In
UAE?
UAE.
And I was telling you exactly how it is. Safety, security, prosperity, no gangs, no violence, no drug. Dubai all day. But I'm standing by it. I
Yeah.
still think that it's a more cold environment. People are not as friendly, and it's still very segregated.
And here
Yes,
where
I
Tony
believe-
I
was
actually
like,
don't
no,
believe
bro.
that.
I believe so.
I
because-
believe it depends on where you go, like anywhere else.
But I mean, bro, 11. I've been everywhere. I've been to the JLT bars and lounges. From JLT bars and lounges, where you have not so posh people, to the BARDIA bars and lounges, to the west, to anything on the Palm, anything in Pier 7, anything in DIFC. I haven't touched a nightclub since Tory Lanez performed at the Queen Elizabeth both.
Yeah.
I haven't touched a nightclub. I don't touch nightclubs.
Yeah.
I'm too old for it. I'm dead. I'm in bed by 1 a.m. You see what I'm saying? I'm a restaurant and lounge guy.
Yeah.
I sincerely believe so because in America, bro, you can walk by and people will say, I like your sneakers from nowhere.
You never experienced that in Dubai?
No,
We gotta hang out more.
never,
Together.
never.
We gotta hang out more together.
And
But
one more thing. In America, like I said, you see the black guy, you see the white guy, you see the Indian, you see a mixture of people. Here,
Yeah.
it's super segregated.
That's not true.
That's super true. The Brits
Dubai
are only
is
with the Brits.
Dubai is literally now
I'm
the most
talking
culture
about,
diverse.
No, you're talking generically who lives here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about groups of people you see out. The Russians are with the Russians. The Brits are with the Brits. The Lebanese are with the Lebanese. The locals are with the locals. Come on, let's keep it real. How often have you been in
that's
Dubai
human
Mall?
nature, though.
No, it's not. It's
is
not.
human
It's
nature.
not. It's not. In London, you have a group of people. You have a redhead. You have an Eminem.
You have a bunch
50
of
Cent.
redheads hanging out with other redheads.
No.
You had a bunch of Eminem lovers hanging out with other Eminem
Okay,
lovers.
Sweden.
Same
You have
shit.
no, absolutely not.
Denmark, same shit.
No, absolutely not. Two of my closest friends are white as a driven snow.
An
They're
extreme
Swedish.
0.001%.
No. People mix. You don't understand.
But that's human
not
nature. Where
no,
most ones,
that's not true.
Okay, so you got Nigerians, for example, right?
Okay, Nigerians.
Everywhere you go.
What
right?
are you doing?
Nigerians hang
You
out
cannot
with
park
Nigerians.
there.
Egyptians hang out with Egyptians.
No.
No matter where you go.
No, I don't agree. I
Now,
don't agree.
If you're mixing up people who are actually like you said, right? Dubai is a very tourist-heavy place.
Yeah.
But I'm
And
talking
when
Sweden.
people-
I'm talking.
No,
Okay,
I know that.
London.
But Dubai, I mean, Sweden compared to Dubai, it's not the same tourism.
Okay, well, wait. But you said that's human nature, which is
Yeah.
not. Okay.
But
okay.
I want to land on difference. Why?
Okay.
So America,
Yeah.
a lot of those people that you're referencing,
Mm-hmm.
right? These are people who live in America, have built a community, built a life,
Okay.
built relationships,
Okay.
and just like you also have the common ground there, that makes sense.
Okay.
But now for those who are now fresh to Dubai, which a lot of people are, they tend to gravitate towards
Their
their own
communities.
people and their own communities in the beginning
Yeah.
until they settle down, and then then
Okay.
they diversify a little bit more.
But I have friends here in Dubai that's lived in Dubai for 25 years, and I see them only chill with their own crowd.
That's your friends' problems.
No. That's okay. That's the entire
Change your
real estate
friends.
market. No, that's the entire real estate
Change the
market.
industry.
Sweden, for example, people established. You got the Arab from Syria after the Syrian war.
Yeah.
You got the Arab from Iraq after the Iraq war.
Yeah.
Like this is how they migrated,
Yeah.
right? You got the Yugoslavian guy. You got the Yugoslavian girl. You got the Somali. You got the white boy from Sweden. You got everyone. You go to a
Now
house
we're
party.
saying the same thing. Those
No,
who have actually
but-
settled down in there.
But I don't agree.
Look,
Dubai is very, very segregated. Very segregated.
honest,
I agree to disagree.
You can ask people, how long have you lived here? The guy can say 15 years, and if you see him 5 more times out, you'll see him with the same nationality as himself.
Agree to disagree.
Okay,
Look,
cool.
yeah, I mean,
agree to disagree.
to add my take on it,
Yeah.
it depends on where you are in terms of social life, like socially, like your status. If your status is higher, the higher you get, the more you get mixed.
You know what I think?
If you have, yeah, you got
what
my
I think?
point.
You know, yeah, I get your point. But you know why I think it is the way
I don't think it has- I personally don't think it has research status.
But you know what I think is going to happen? I think it's going to become what you say, and it's going to become like Sweden and London and America due to the fact that we have golden visas and everything now. Up until just a couple of years ago, everyone viewed Dubai
As a short-term place.
as a
There you
bounce
go.
place,
Yeah,
right?
let's talk
There
about
you go.
this.
That's going to, okay, I agree with you, but now, if me and you go for a drink now, it's gonna be the Ukrainian Russian gang over there. Doesn't matter if it's boys or girls. The Lebanese boys over there
But chances
talking.
are the Ukrainian girl is with the rich Lebanese guy, so maybe you're even wrong.
That's a good one.
No, there is- no,
Check it out right now. DAFC is 2 minutes away.
no, but seriously, so that reel, when we're discussing that reel,
Yeah.
honestly speaking, I truly feel that. I feel like I was in Colombia as well. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't really comment.
Yeah.
But Americans, in my opinion, more times than not, are super friendly. And that's not like, and the Americans went nuts. I'm like, why is this getting so many comments? Why is this going
Yeah.
berserk? They went, yeah, how can you compare? Like some dude from California goes, yeah, Dubai is 1% GDP of Cali. I'm like, brother, you got $300 trillion in debt. Don't start talking about GDPs
Yeah.
and shit. And he just went quiet. Like,
Yeah.
stop. Why are you taking everything as disrespect? I just said that you guys are friendly, but I prefer Dubai any day, all day.
You
because
said
of
your
prosperity.
opinion. You said your opinion.
But it's factual. It's not even.
Yeah.
We have no
And
guns.
it's a fact.
We have no crimes. We have no gangs. It's factual. It's not my opinion.
What I didn't
What do
like-
you have in America? That's all you have. Guns, crimes. That's all you have.
Yeah.
Crackheads in the
You have
streets.
nothing else.
What I didn't like is that they didn't advocate for the US. They didn't defend it. They went straight away and roast the UAE.
Yeah,
It's the pride.
on some
I didn't
racist
like
shit.
it. Yeah.
Some of them were
so many racist
racist.
stuff.
It's
yeah.
the pride. It's the pure pride.
Man,
Couldn't agree
come
more.
on, bro. And the guy is like, the guy's not even like, he's got ancestors from Italy and Ireland or some shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
they were
come
not
on,
like
bro.
really- I got
Come
your
on,
point.
like what is it with this whole patriotic? Like, what did I say? I praised you for the things that you should be praised for. You're cooler people, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Yeah.
But Dubai is a safe place. So I prefer Dubai. People went crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
they-
like, bro,
they
I got
were
videos
sick.
that are 10 times better than this. How come?
Well, you know, now to even add to that as well, right? I feel that could also be a huge part of what has been misinterpreted as friendlier, right? Comfort level is a very critical part of that.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, we live in a society here in Dubai where you and I know people are very cautious in how they interact with other people because you never know what line you're crossing. When you're new to a place, it's always like that.
Yeah.
Right? And Dubai is a very respect cultured place.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Very
you don't want to go
conservative.
around being so silly and you know, like in New York, you can be sitting down with your wife and some random guy comes just start chatting with you guys.
Oh, yeah,
It'll
yeah, yeah,
almost never happen in
Yeah,
Dubai.
yeah.
Right now, that's
This
not
is-
because
yeah, yeah,
that's not because they don't want
yeah.
to,
I agree
but they
with you.
know it's permissible in California.
yeah, I agree
like
with
in America, I feel like if I go there with my wife, I'm probably gonna get in a fight every other night.
Yeah.
Because,
I agree with you.
and you would never see that in Dubai.
Are you married?
Divorced? Oh. that's making 8 years.
Yeah.
Before we
No,
divorced
no, no,
again.
no.
Hey,
Okay,
guys,
that,
you know what I
that
mean?
is a fair
So
statement.
that could also be some context to add into
That's
that
a fair
too.
statement.
Yeah.
But I still think that's what I think, and that was what that.
I get what you mean. There's a lot more lenient. There's a lot more outgoing. Like the Western culture is so liberal and so outgoing. Maybe
But it's
too outgoing.
backfire.
and
Yeah,
too
it's
liberal.
backfiring.
Does.
It's
However,
backfiring.
I see what you mean on the energetic side, right? In Dubai, people seem to be a little more conservative, and quite frankly, I prefer it.
Which is good.
I love it.
That's why Dubai is good.
love
This
it.
is what this is
Yeah,
the
I'm
key
a
of
loner
harmony.
anyway. I don't mind it. I was just pointing out why. When you asked me, I was pointing out positives and negatives with both.
You said
So,
something very correct. These people are fucked
You
up.
see what I'm
Anyway,
saying? But the racism that came out of
Yeah,
came out
you
of
saw the
Americans,
racism in the comments.
The way they start cussing
Yeah.
out race.
Bro.
I just liked everything. I'm like, I
Most
can't
of
be
them don't
bothered.
even have passports.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
60% of America don't have
Maybe
a passport.
even more than 60, bro.
No, 60.
Maybe even more.
62 or something. Trust me. It's crazy.
okay,
They-
look,
they're wild.
there is a question that is like showing itself to us, people who live here. Lately, we're seeing like there's Qatar, there's Dubai, Abu
Saudi.
Dhabi. We're talking about cities, yeah.
Yeah.
There's Saudi, the vision of 2050. So this region here is growing in a rapid pace. There is peace. Everything is good.
Yeah.
I know it feels like civilization is tilting towards this side. Anyways, my question is, do you think Saudi with their vision 2050,
Nah.
they will be like surpass Dubai, Abu Dhabi?
You know,
in
it's
terms,
very.
yeah.
I wouldn't jump at a no.